year. I adore you guys. It's been so much fun forming a virtual friendship. Claire, I know we'll become fast friends as well. I am so excited to have you all. First of all, how y'all doing? Cheers to you guys. Happy Saturday.
Cheers!
Cheers indeed.
Cheers, cheers.
There we go. I am so excited because I watched your movie last night, and my husband and I finished it. I got a screener for everybody who's tuned in, and we looked at each other and we said, holy shit, that was absolutely incredible. How did they do that? How did they
Thank
do
you
that?
so much.
Are you just saying that? Do you say you have to say that? Do you?
I don't have to say it. No. I would have just been like, so tell me about your movie. But I loved the movie. It was awesome. And for all the fans tuned in, I want you guys to know I have your questions. I have a few that I'll be asking throughout the interview, so stick around for that. But guys, I mean, wow. Let's dive in. Untitled horror movie. It's coming out in June 12th is the big premiere.
Yeah.
And what a film. So tell everybody what this film is all about. What can they expect with this movie?
Oh, Emmy, you're our spokesperson. You go.
Oh, no! Okay, well, please chime in and help me out. But essentially, a group of actors that are all on a TV show together are on a hiatus between seasons, and they're kind of waiting around to see if the show's going for another season. But, you know, kind of, it's been a long time. They haven't really heard anything. So one of the actors has this idea to kind of maybe like make their own version of the script that he's writing, and they'll all just, you know, I think he had them kind of do like essentially like self-tapes of some of the scenes, and he, you know, was pretty pleased with them. So he's like, you guys, here's this great idea. Why don't we, you know, make our own movie while we wait to figure out what our show is doing in this downtime. It's very, very meta for 2020, just in general for actors. But essentially, you know, the movie that he writes is about this spirit that kind of starts attacking people who sin, and then that potentially starts to happen in real life.
There are some ooky spooky things that happen throughout the film, and it's so interesting because retrospectively, looking back at the film, we didn't discuss the pandemic at all in the story because we, you know, people have had enough of that. We want to provide some kind of escape, but it's oddly universal in the fact that you have these characters that are dealing with the unknown future and dealing with waiting for things to happen, and it's sort of something that we've all been going through. And I don't know if it was kind of subconscious because all of us were in that place very much while we were making it, or if it just sort of happened, you know, coincidentally. But it's kind of a nice theme in a very absurd, kooky horror comedy.
Yeah, that's for sure. And your characters are incredible. I mean, we were belly laughing at all of your lines and the one-liners you all were throwing out like crazy. It was so entertaining. So I want to hear from you guys. Tell everybody about the characters you play. Give us a little insight into who they are and what you loved about getting to play them. Claire, if you want to start.
Well, I played a very bitchy drunk, basically. I think that sums her up. She's a diva. She's very, where's mine? She's very confident, and she thinks she carries the show. And it was actually really fun, but I'm slightly offended because Luke was like, I wrote this character with you in mind. All right, thanks for that. No. So yeah, she's got like kind of a little bit of a heart somewhere in there because she's pretty traumatized by what goes on towards the end of the movie. But she's definitely one of the more mean characters that I've ever played.
Nice. Kat, what about you?
So I play Chrissy, who plays Claire's sister on the show, and it's, bless Chrissy, she is probably the most well-intentioned and underinformed character I've ever played. Just simply because she commits to everything, whether it's her career or her friendships or her social media or this movie that they're making. And for better or for worse, she commits till the bitter end. And it's a lot of fun because there's so many aspects. I haven't gotten to do a lot of comedy recently. You know, it's been a long time since people have let me flex those muscles a little bit and play in that realm. And it was so much fun, and especially the entire cast was hysterical. And we had such a fun time getting to bounce off of one another and ad-lib and banter and kind of find the movie in the moment. And it was so refreshing to work with such awesome people.
And there was no pressure, which was the best part, you know, because it like could have been a massive disaster. We had no idea what we were doing. And so we didn't feel like this whole thing was riding on us. We were just like, okay, we're down to like have a crack at it and see if we can make a movie. And that sort of like bred creativity, and we all had so much more fun with our characters because I think, you know, we were down to take a risk.
Yeah.
I love that. Emmy, what about you?
Okay, so I play Alex. You know, I would like to say that Alex is kind of the most grounded of the bunch.
I would agree.
I think she's yeah, you know, I this isn't her first rodeo, I don't think, with like, you know, being stuck between seasons and kind of feeling that like lack of creativity and kind of, you know, like your life is hanging in the balance waiting for a network or a studio to like tell you what's going on with the rest of your life or at least the next year. And so I think, but I definitely think that she kind of unintentionally gets like swept up in the movie with, you know, I think she's kind of half committing, and then I think she starts to see how much everybody else is committing to making this movie, and then so she doesn't want to feel like an asshole for not committing, so then she does commit. And I think, you know, I think she kind of is the one that when things start to get a little, you know, out of control, I think she's kind of always there to just kind of like bring people back to reality a little bit, but then, you know, then reality gets very questionable towards the end, and so I think even then she's like, well, I'm out of my depth at this point as well as.
Yeah, there's such, I mean, all of them are such fun and entertaining characters, and you're like waiting to see what each of you is going to do next. I mean, and there's such, the character development, I think, in the script, that's a testament to the script writing as well, is just amazing for this movie. And I'm blown away that you guys did it all on your own. Like, obviously you shot this during the quarantine, you didn't even film, and you know, you're producing it, you're a makeup artist, you're a videographer, you're everything. So what was it like shooting this film for you?